Mentally, I'm just not here. So to start off, I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer all over my face. And yeah. Guys, I know I haven't been posting a lot, but there is a reason behind it. As you can tell, like, I'm still kind of sick now. The challenges I've been going through has been a mental thing. Like, it started maybe like about 2 weeks ago. I was going out with my friends. You know, we're all getting ready, we were pre-gaming, and I had got some, before I started, I'm using the Fenty foundation. But yeah, I got some really bad news. My older brother, he called me. And you know, like, at first he's like blowing up my phone, and I'm thinking it's because I was supposed to do something for him, which I was, and I'm over here turning up. So I'm thinking he's hounding me about that. But you know, like, sometimes you avoid a call and it actually turns out to be like a really serious situation, and that's what it was. He wrote me, he was like, you know, pick up the phone, it's not what you think. I'm not hounding you. I'm not hounding you about what you didn't complete. It's about something else. So I called him. He was blacking. Kind of got disappointed in what I heard, and it kind of brought me down. And it's like, mind you, this is in the middle of you turning up with your friends. So it's like you're trying not to act a type of way, or that this is affecting you right now in this moment because you're with your girls, you're about to turn up, and I'm about to sit here and ball out, like, in concern, crying. And I didn't really want to do that. I mean, a lot of my stuff I feel like is a mental thing. Like, it wasn't something that was physically affecting me, but hearing that, I feel like was a catalyst to a lot of stuff that was happening to me throughout the week. And then, as you can tell, I am really sick. So me being sick on top of it, I was just very cranky. That same friend I was actually turning up with ended up giving me a cold because she spent the night after the flex, after the party. And yeah, so now I'm sick. Last week was really bad. It was to the point where I didn't go to class. You don't know, I'm in my senior year in college. This is not really a time to not be going to class, but I physically could not make it to class. Like, I couldn't get out of my bed. My throat felt like it was on fire. My throat literally felt like inflamed. Every time I swallowed, I couldn't breathe. Then I couldn't breathe out my nose. So I started calling my mother that night, and I was just like I couldn't breathe. And she was just mad at me because she was like, why don't you have medicine? You know you're up there in Buffalo. You know you get sick a lot, which I kind of do, but I don't like taking liquid medicine because it makes me gag. So by the time the cold fully kicked in, it was too late. Like, so after all of that, okay, whatever, going through my week. And then, I don't know, for some reason with me, I always seem to have issues with friends. If I feel the type of way about something, I'm gonna tell you. I felt the type of way about a situation with one of my friends, and I brought it up. And then I got so pissed off about the whole situation because other people who wasn't technically involved in the situation are putting in their 2 cents. So now I'm really pissed off. Mind you, this is all on top of everything that happened. So it's literally like back to back to back. I'm talking, explaining the situation to him, whatever. And I feel like he was being a dickhead. He was being 100% complete doo-doo face. You know, like when you feel type of way about something, you just want to be acknowledged that, okay, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but just like respect it, acknowledge, okay, I see maybe why you would feel that way. I wasn't getting that. I was just getting a whole bunch of, oh, well, you should have, and you should have this. And nobody wants to hear, oh, I should have did this when I'm confronting you about something I had an issue with. I want to hear how we can solve this problem and move on, not play the blame game. And I feel like with a lot of people I know, it's always the blame game. It's like, I don't have time for that in my life right now. And then, you know, I was like, let me be the bigger person, which I'm always the bigger person. But we had a conversation, and I explained why I felt the way I felt. I don't like when I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you and you're not paying attention. I feel like that's very disrespectful. And it's like the fact that I'm even explaining that to you is just pissing me off, but whatever. So after all of that happened, the whole situation with the friends, the whole situation with my brother calling me being sick on top of that, guess what happened? A bitch gets her period. When I get my menstrual cycle, I am very emotional. You know how some people say they don't get the side effects or they feel, I do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hella cranky. I get the cravings, I'm like starving. And the only thing, every time this happens, I'm like, I can't imagine me being pregnant because my emotions, everything is gonna be amplified by 100. And this is just me with my menstrual cycle. Like, you get what I'm saying? This is just a regular every month thing. So the last situation, I feel like, just set me off. All the ones before was happening, but it was like a catalyst to this one. Mind you, there's nothing spectacular or big about it. I was so focused on school and completing everything that I actually didn't get a chance to go food shopping. A Uber there would have cost $30. I don't know about you, I'm not rich. I'd rather pay you $20 for gas than pay $30 for Uber coming and going. Like, that logically makes no sense. When I didn't get that extended invitation and all that stuff piling up on me throughout the week, I broke down. Like, I ended up having to call my mom. And in hindsight, maybe I could have just asked the person that. But it's like, I don't know, why would you not extend it? Because that's the type of person I am. If somebody asks me for something and I reject it, I don't automatically say, like, no. I'll be like, oh, maybe I can accommodate you later on or in a different way. So it was just, like, shut down for me. And after that, I took it as, okay, like, I'm a dub. I called my mother and I explained the situation. Mind you, this is a situation that's been reoccurring. I'm a very independent person. I don't like asking her for stuff. I don't like asking anybody for anything. So that's what was so important about the situation. The fact that I asked that person to help me out and I don't like asking for anything, it kind of threw me off. She's talking and I just started crying. And you know how you're on the phone? Oh, I'm getting emotional. You know how you're on the phone, you're trying to be really, really quiet. I guess they notice because you're really, really quiet. And then you just start crying. She was just like, Shelby. At this point, I'm bawling. Like, right now, I was bawling in tears. One of those cries where you're not breathing. She's like, Mama, don't take it personal. Stop. Don't cry. So that on top of all of that stuff I was going through, it really set me off. I don't think people was understanding how drastic the situation. I had no food. Can you imagine waking up, having no food, seeing everybody else eat, and it's like, I don't want to ask you for your stuff. Like, I want my own stuff. Sometimes the situation isn't as big as you make it seem, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a very mentally draining couple of weeks because it's something like you think is not that serious. We're thinking that you're making it a situation that might be bigger than what it is. But when all that stuff piles up, like, you feel a type of way. And that's usually why I express how I feel. But with everything happening at that time, I wasn't. A friend that I haven't known that long, and I feel closer to her than I do to most people. And it's like, you know, sometimes you build a better connection with certain people. I feel like you just been through certain things, you can relate better. You know, like, I'm there. So I really do appreciate and love her for being there for me. All of that together, it equaled a mentally draining week. Senioritis right now is very real. I don't feel like I have the motivation to finish any of my work. Like, oh, well, you're almost there, you're almost done. But it's like, yeah, I know that. But it's like, that makes it 10 times harder because it's like, I can't fail. I can't really do bad in anything I'm doing. That still doesn't mean that I essentially want to do it. It's like, you know, little stuff has been happening throughout the week. I enjoy doing YouTube. I like talking. It's a great way to express myself, but I do feel like sometimes, not that I'm not appreciated, but people are not, like, necessarily watching my content. And it has nothing to do with, like, clout and, oh, people are doing this for the wrong reasons, even though there are people doing it for the wrong reasons. People not necessarily watching my content, it kind of makes me sad because it's like, am I not good enough? You start to second guess yourself. But yeah, it's like, do people actually watch my content? Do they appreciate it? Like, I follow a lot of people. Like I said, YouTube has become a popular thing right now. Like, I had a follower on Snapchat. Her content was kind of like the typical content, but I still watched it, I still supported it. So when I finally did my YouTube channel and I posted it and I shared it to everybody on my Snap, and then I look back, you know, to see who opened the message or if they responded or if they shared it, she deleted me. Like, she 100% deleted me off of Snapchat. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, instead of you supporting me and looking at my content, you only want the spotlight for yourself. And that's what I might see. Some people do it for the clout. Like, you're doing it for the wrong reason. I'm really proud of myself because it was a time I definitely would have not pressed the person, but I would have made a snap acknowledging, like, oh yeah, you're real bitter because why would you not want to see me succeed doing the same thing you're doing? As females, nobody wants to build. Nobody wants to help you get there. It's like everybody's like, oh no, I had to grind, you grind too. And that's cool, but I'm trying to bring people up with me. Like, I'm trying to instill the same knowledge of what I was doing to other people so that they can help themselves get there. And it's like, everybody wants to be selfish. And that's another thing. It's like, I have content that I post And then after I initially make a video, I do share it on my Instagram. So I have more followers on my Instagram than I think any other platform, and even then it's still not a lot because it's just people I actually know. So I'm trying to build a bigger social media base. So when I see people looking at the video I post and it said like 80 views, I got so happy. And then it said 100. I'm like, oh, okay, like people watched the intro I put or the clip from my latest video this week. And then I think one of them hit 280. That is the most views I've ever had on any video I've posted. So then when I go back on my YouTube channel and I see those views and I see how it doesn't correlate, I was kind of like what am I doing wrong? You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you're viewing this content on my Instagram, it only takes you like 3 clicks to get to the video. But when you see other people doing the same thing you're doing and they're getting acknowledged for it and they're getting all the praise and you're not getting it, like, it kind of makes you feel like shit. And, you know, that's a mental thing. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't compare myself to others. Most of the time I don't compare myself to other people. That doesn't mean I don't have weak mental moments though, where I'm unsure about what I'm doing and if it's worth it. But yeah, so that's just how I've been feeling. But thank you guys for staying tuned with me as I did this chit chat. If you are new, do hit that subscribe button down below and stay tuned for the upcoming videos.